Hello there. My name is Adijari and I'm super delighted to have you on my channel. In case you're seeing a video like this for the first time, I discuss real estate, more importantly, investment opportunities that will triple your financial status within the shortest period of time. I've talked extensively on how you can identify manipulative real estate developers. I've also shared insightful tips on how you can identify a fraudulent real estate transaction. Oftentimes I've given insightful information that will help you not to make a terrible real estate investment decision. Once again, subscribe, like this video, share, and I will see you immediately after this commercial. Don't go nowhere. You're welcome back. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking something about the billionaire's real estate investment strategies. I've spoken extensively on different aspects of real estate investment, and I've shared insightful information that will help real estate investors to understand the basic opportunities that are resident in our Lagos State real estate market. Oftentimes, I've also extensively talked about the growing population, the increasing rural urban migration. I've talked about the search for vacant landed properties, and I've also talked extensively on different investment strategies that is being implemented by different real estate development companies. Now, on today's episode, what exactly is the billionaires real estate investment strategies? What exactly are what or why are they always at the top of their game? When you understand the way the wealth pyramid is being structured, you will understand that the wealth pyramid is designed that the rich keep getting richer while the poor continually remain at the base. For some people who have consistently, worked through some parts of greatness, or they've been able to fight their way, okay, or their life into prominence, you will understand that there's a difference in strategy, there's a difference in positioning, and of course, there's a difference in the some of the strategies that they might have um implemented. Now, when you look at Nigeria as a nation, a lot of things that have happened over time is a little bit discouraging. When you look at the political turmoil, when you look at the economic instability, you can all obviously come to a conclusion that nothing good can come out of this country. But let me also remind you that Nigeria used to be one of the biggest investment destinations, and every nation has its own challenges. Now, in the midst of this storm, or in the midst of this, obvious political instability and economic hardship, people have been able to amount wealth. When I talk about wealth, I'm talking about wealth that is very, very large. Some people have changed their rank from being broke to being rich. And what exactly is the strategy? There are some certain things that I've observed about those who are maximizing and taking advantage of this Nigerian real estate market. And what exactly are they doing that other people are undermining? Now, when you understand that the rich and the wealthy have a lifestyle, now their lifestyle basically is that they have an association and a group of people who have constantly, okay, maximized and made sure that the wealth or the circle of influence is retained within their limit and their possession. Now, when you understand that, the wealthy understand that for them to continually maintain the power or the realm of power they understand that they have to keep acquiring and, of course, taking advantages of locations that is being, ignored by several. For instance, let's look at the present Dangote refinery. Many years ago, before the arrival of Dangote, that region used to be an abandoned area, group of communities. Right now, that location will be solving Nigerians' economic problem that has plagued that nation for years. Now, looking at Dangote's investment strategy, of course, he said that he bought that place for 100 millions of naira. But do you know that there are a lot of people who have drove past that location and must have more ignored that location because of the fact that it is not attractive and it does not appeal, okay, to their taste. So, what is the secret? The wealthy understand that for them to maintain the pyramid of wealth and riches, they have to buy the places that is being ignored by the poor. Despite the fact that a lot of people undermine that location, Dangote right now has put in a structure that will continually make that location the demanded places. Now, how are the rich or the billionaires? What are their investment strategies? Their investment strategies basically right now is that they're buying off property off from the poor and they are renovating it and doing something very, very massive. Now, let's give an instance of what is presently happening in the Ikate axis of Lekki, the Abramadisanya axis of Aja. Now, you'll understand that the pattern and the procedures for real estate development in that axis have taken a significant shift. And what we have presently right now is very massive. Gone are those days where you are waiting for government to do a lot of things. These guys are buying off properties that the poor cannot finance and they are building edifices. When you look at the likes of Ikati, a 5 bedroom duplex is between 400 to 500 million. And the question is, are people really buying this property? Now, I know a lot of people must have painted that Nigeria is a turbulent country. There's insecurity, so it's better you run for their life, for your life. But the truth of the matter is, are these people really running for their lives? I've seen instances whereby young real estate developers are going to places like Chevron, they are building houses and they're selling for good fortune. When I talk about good fortune, I'm referring to good amount of money. So you need now, these guys have understood very well that accommodation and shelter is one of the basic requirements of life. And with the growing population of these Lagos states, real estate will definitely not run out of fashion. It will never be reduced. It will never depreciate. Neither the demand for such properties will keep skyrocketing. Now, let me tell you, in case you're watching this video, real estate investment in Lagos have consistently made billionaires. When we talk about billionaires, look at the likes of Mr. Aditola Nola of Veritasi. Look at the likes of Dr. Harrison of Landmark Property. Look at the likes of Dr. Ibrahim of Evermark Properties, to mention but a few, Onyx Properties, Mr. David Abayomi. These are young lads who actually looked into the real estate sector. So while some people were giving wrong impression and notions to investors about the current economic, hardship or what is happening in Nigeria, these guys are working tirelessly to maximize and of course build fortune through real estate investment. Now, it doesn't matter how long you have ignored Lagos. Like I said in some of my podcasts, I've said it and I'm going to say it again. Lagos state real estate market will be the most desirable as at 2030 and 2050. These have been proven to be an obvious fact. Presently, right now, a 2 bedroom apartment in Lekki Phase 1 is being sold for 100 to 120 million. Now, no one foresaw this. Now, this shows how the taste and, of course, the demand for rental property within those axes is going. Are people living in Nigeria? Yes, they are. But are people investing in Nigeria? Yes, they are. So the difference and the balance that you must understand as a real estate investor is that people who have left Nigeria are not living permanently. They are still coming back to dominate. Now, the question is, what exactly are you doing in Nigeria? Or if you are in the diaspora, your emphasis should be, how can you maximize this region? Now, the truth is, I'm saying it right in front of camera and everybody can hear me. There is money in the real estate sector in Lagos, Nigeria. There is money in the real estate investment sector in Nigeria. What can you do with your properties? If you have buildings, you can put it up for rentals. You can do Airbnb and short-let rentals. You can even give it out, for different purposes. One thing you must understand basically is that in as much as the fact that the location is promising, it's a good thing. Now, if you're starting up as a real estate investor for the first time, you could also look at other locations that are emerging. But most important thing is that when you are choosing your choice of location in Lagos, Nigeria, it is very important to understand that Lagos State government is paying close and strict, attention to title documentation. So don't buy if you don't have the intention of perfecting. So people are engaging different strategies, and that is why, in as much as fact that Nigeria has its own challenges, the Nigerian real estate industry has produced billionaires and is still producing billionaires. Now, the mistake you'll be doing basically is you'll be allowing the problem of Nigeria or the challenges Nigeria is having to overshadow you. And once you have overshadowed, you may not want to see, or you may struggle to see the gold that's in this industry. The reason why many people are into property development today basically is not just because of the fact that some of these guys want to give value. 70% of people who are in property development in Nigeria today is because of the fact that these guys have understood how profitable, how rewarding the Lagos state real estate market is rewarding. The industry is rewarding, the industry is profitable, and the industry will tend to dominate other industry. Have you ever wondered why some of the most expensive properties in Africa are located in Lagos? Look at the likes of the Banana Island. Look at the like of the Eco Atlantis. Look at the likes of the Victoria Island. Presently, right now, if you want to buy a two-bedroom apartment in Victoria Island, it's nothing less than 200 to 300 million. So this shows that if a property can be valued at this much, imagine what will happen. There was a time where people's choice and preference for property acquisition or property ownership used to be Lekki Phase 1. Gradually, it evolved to Lekki Phase 2, the Chevron, and obviously, it got to a point where people said, I don't want to go beyond that. Today, if you don't have 100 to 70 million naira, you cannot buy a landed property in Abrapadesoya. It shows how these how the industry is evolving. It shows how people are taking advantages of this. So, regardless of the issues or the stories you have, if you can get the right hands and the best professional to handle your real estate investment, trust me, investing in the Lagos State real estate market is the best decision you can make. You may not see the returns now, but give it 5 years, give it 3 years. You will thank me for listening to the podcast and taking action after this. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.